traders, John Howell here. In this video, we're going to be looking at the markets, what's going on right now in the markets, and what can we expect moving forward this week, and what's likely to happen. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into it. If you like this video, subscribe, bell button, all that sort of down home country goodness as well. We're looking at the indices, mining stocks as well too, GDXJ, GDXJ, silver and gold, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be a really good sort of update to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the markets right now, and also what's likely to happen moving forward this week. And this is what I believe anyway. Guys, if you need help with your trading, I'm running a sale. Go to johnsflashsale.com to my entire Master Trader Lab. 95% off. Go get that right now. Moving on now through to the Dow Jones. What we're seeing here right now is we can see that firstly, this little pullback through here, I was personally waiting to see if there's going to be some sort of lower high here for me personally, and it's just like it just didn't happen. You know, we got this nice move up through here and we got a nice move down, and now we're just continuing to move up. So what we're seeing here right now on the Dow Jones is we definitely did break past this level here, which I was waiting for. We did get a bit of a head and shoulder formation, as you can see. But most of the time when you see a head and shoulder formation, you know, especially a small head and shoulder formation like this here, we have, let me just show you this. Especially when we have, I'm trying to, where do I put this thing? Up here. All right. So we have this shoulder, we have a head, and we have a shoulder, and people are screaming head and shoulder, head and shoulder, head and shoulder. Yeah, this is a head and shoulder, but if you look at the actual, where the projection point is, the projection point is, if you, let me actually just zoom in here, you measure from the head down to the neckline, which is right there. As you can see, it's that point right there. And then you project that down, and that's where the market is likely to run to. So as you can see, it ran maybe 50% of the projection and then continued up. If you are looking at a bull market, a market that's continued to step higher, and you get these head and shoulder formation patterns, most of the time, they won't cause, especially a small one like this that only happen over say a month, they won't cause a down move or a crash in the markets. What they will cause is probably a continuation move in the markets. Like for example, let me look at it. I was looking at a stock with my private clients, FS. Let me show you an example, FSLY. And this is just another example. Like if you can look at this here. So we have the shoulder. Oh my goodness, look at this here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline. Did we break the neckline? No, we didn't, right? We actually didn't break the neckline. But look what happened here. Oh my goodness, head and shoulder formation. The market loves to do this more and more and more. I'm noticing now that the old school thing is when a head and shoulder formation is on the charts, yeah, you're probably going to get some sort of topping pattern. And now sometimes it does, and you to get some sort of confidence that the market is going to move in that direction when you're seeing a head and shoulder formation, is you want to see a breaking of the neckline. And obviously you obviously want to see it developing over a longer time period as well too, especially on those weekly charts. When you get those weekly massive head and shoulders that are developed over say a year, now we're talking. But these sort of daily head and shoulders, especially if we don't break the neckline, it's probably going to be a continuation of what was already happening before the head and shoulder. So as you can see, we had a head and shoulder, had the move up, head and shoulder. So if you're trading the head and shoulder and you're saying, you know what, this head and shoulder, it's definitely going to, so people can't, that's old school of thinking, right? That's the old school of thinking. Most head and shoulder formations you'll see in the markets are actually telling you, you know, the markets are smart. These patterns are smart, right? It's like it knows what's coming, and it's like most people still think these head and shoulders are reversal patterns, and most of the time they're actually not, and they're actually continuation patterns of the markets. So there we go. So same thing for the S&P 500. I actually see this S&P 500 running up to an all-time new high leading up into the election. And oh, by the way, that the markets right now, I believe the markets are a bit of a futuristic telling of what's likely to happen moving forward. And right now, economically and, you know, macroly and all that sort of stuff. The elections are happening in America right now. So the markets are probably telling us that Trump's going to win by a landslide, and that's probably what's going to happen. So I would say this is probably going to be above 3. We're probably going to make an all-time new high, at least this year, I believe. And same for the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq and a lot of the tech stocks, guys. Like, yeah, we were getting flattening out periods, especially with the tech stocks, but I see an all-time moving high. And if I look at some of the other major tech stocks, like for example Amazon, I see it breaking up to, look at that. Isn't it interesting? The S&P 500. I just noticed this. S&P 500 is actually 3,600, which is an all-time, which is basically just up there at the all-time highs. If I bring up Amazon all-time new highs at 3,600. How cool is that? I just noticed that. So, very nice upward movement on the weekly charts on Amazon. On the daily charts on Amazon, and we're starting to break up. We had a very nice pullback. This could be some sort of massive head and shoulder formation, as you can see. It could be. There's a question mark, right? Could be. This could be some sort of massive head and shoulder formation. But I believe we're probably likely to go for another move to the upside. So, but obviously this one here that's developed over 1, 2, 3, 4 months. That could be something through there. But right now, if I look at my weekly charts, look at this here. Very nice move up, bit of a pullback, and then now we're going for a bit of a run again. And a lot, as I said before, guys, a lot of the, like even Apple looks like it just came down, had a nice little resting period, and now it looks like it's probably gonna try to go for another run soon. So I could go through all, even say like Microsoft. Microsoft actually broke out last week, so I'm expecting Microsoft to probably run up towards here somewhere. So the whole point here, guys, is that I'm seeing a lot of these stocks that haven't been doing much for all of September now breaking out and starting to make some moves to the upside. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we did see a new all-time new high out of the markets. Moving on now through to the GDX and GDXJ, and wow, did we get the reversal or what? Makes me very, very, very excited. Let me take that off the screen there. We definitely did get the reversal. We had a little rally up, as you can see from there, little drop down and a little gap up today, last week, and then a nice breakaway bar today on the GDXJ. All I can say is that I believe that this gap here is a breakaway gap, which simply means it's breaking. It's the start of another move like this here. So as you can see, I believe we're likely to start another move just like this. And as you can, but guys, every single day you don't get up days and down. You don't get up days, right? It slowly goes up. So nice little breakaway gap. Same for the GDX as well too. Look at that there. Nice little breakdown. It was a false breakout. Nice little higher low. Breaking back up. Breakaway gap. Nice increase in volume. Breaking it back above this resistance support level as well too. Saying this whole thing here was just one big massive false breakout or one big false breakdown. And so once again, guys, I believe that this is going to be the start of another nice move to come. Now, once again, guys, that nice move might last a few weeks. It might last a month or so. What I mean by that is you can see what happens here. Up, we go sideways for a few days, goes up. We might have a bit of a pullback and so on and so forth. And same for the SIL and SILJ as well too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns that they're forming as well too, right? Nice little gap up. Volume starting to come into it, and the SIL, same sort of thing. Lovely little gap up, breakaway. And I'm saying all this on the back of, if I bring up the SIL chart, weekly chart, look at this here, big, massive, long-term weekly trend. Always keep an eye on that longer-term time frame chart, guys, which is the weekly chart, because that's king. We're getting a nice pullback here. I expect to see very soon. Obviously, there's no guarantees of this happening, but I expect soon of something. As you can see, there's big upward move coming through here, and now we actually had this pullback right now, and so that's what's happening through here. So all the mining stocks right now, guys, lots of volume, and the patterns that are forming are telling me we're now likely to start to see another nice move up, and no one's not really recognizing it as well too. Same with gold as well too. Looks like gold came down towards my trend line, which is this one right here, as you can see. Nice little, look at that, nice support all the way down. Nice little high low, and now we're starting to break up as well too. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we did start to see gold start to go for another move to the upside. If we have a look at the GLD, you'll see what actually happened on the GLD. same sort of formation as the mining stocks, where we actually broke below this support level. It couldn't, if this support level was strong, this point here would have been the rejection point, and down we go. Due to the fact that the market didn't, and this is where, guys, it's so important that you bend and mold with it, even on a day-by-day basis. This point right here, I did a video saying the market's probably going to start to look for a drop here. It didn't look for a drop, so when the market didn't drop, and now we broke up, it's telling you that if you were short, you better not be short now, because there's a really good probability that this little gap up and the volume today in the GLD says we're probably likely to start to see that coming. We're probably likely to see an all-time new high out of the GLD coming soon, and I believe we've just started that move as well too. So, and moving on now through to silver. Silver's much more of a harder one, guys. I'm not really getting any strong patterns. We're still in a bit of a triangle pattern through here. If I look at the SLV, yeah, we did get a bit of a gap up, but there's not really any nice sort of false breakouts. There's not really any nice patterns, so I can't really say anything short term on silver. Long term, I'm bullish silver. But on the short term basis, I'm not really getting any strong patterns like all the mining stocks, GDXJ, so on and so forth, silver, gold, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Looks like it's going to be a very bullish week for the markets moving forward, which is exciting. I'm actually, obviously, I'm all in on these markets. I'm not all in, but I've obviously got positions in the markets, and some of the markets I've mentioned today, I'm even in. So I'll let you guys decide, let you guys think which which trades I'm actually in right now as well too. So I'll leave it from there. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe, bell button, all that down home country goodness. And guys, go get the Master Trader Lab. You get a money back guarantee as well too. Just go get access to it. Okay, if you're struggling with your trading right now and you need help reading these markets and understanding these markets, foundations, chart reading, there's 4 trading systems in there, mindset, so much more. All right, just go get it. johnsflashstyle.com, or click on the link in the description below, or before you do go, if you do want to watch some more videos, then go watch some of the videos that are on the screen right now. And if you are going through a really tough time right now, guys, then that video where it says cycles or etc., that'll be a really good video for you to watch if you're going through a really tough sort of mental time, really tough time right now in your life.